Toby, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside. And I just wanted to come and make this video. It is now officially the 18th. It's early in the morning here in Seattle. It's actually 2:30, or is 2:30 exactly to be exact, in Seattle, Washington right now. And this is the aftermath of the strawberry moon for June. And how was your day? I had a weird day. I won't lie. It was weird. I stayed up really late on the 16th because my daughter flew out to California to do work. And I couldn't sleep until I heard from her. And sure enough, when the little buttons got there to California, she called her mommy. And so we sat there and talked in the morning. And oh, she had the greatest place. She always gets the best bed and breakfast. They're gorgeous. I mean, she got a gorgeous bed and breakfast. I'm always so close, aren't I? I wanted to back up because I always feel like I'm right up on the, I'm like on the camera all the time. Well, anyway, she got a gorgeous bed and breakfast, and I mean, it had like a huge kitchen with the not an island, but a nice big island type, you know, bar there. So it was nice. It was, and a yard. A yard in California is almost unheard of. So I thought that was really cute. And she's only there for, you know, less than a week, but her accommodations were amazing. And she sent a little picture, and she was going to meet her client. So I had posted that on Facebook. She was just, I'm so proud of her. Oh my God. She is just a bold entrepreneur. I'm very proud of how well she's adapted to it. And you know, she may never admit it, but I, her mother, the astrologer, did tell her that she should become an entrepreneur. I mean, anyone with that much emphasis in the 5th house is supposed to be an entrepreneur. And I think if you are someone with emphasis in the 5th house, like Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, even, well, not Saturn so much. I mean, it's hard work, but it's too hard, I think. But if you've got those other planets, yeah, you probably feel that urge to be your own boss. It's part of it. Plus, she has Jupiter up in the 10th house, or the 11th, depending on whether you use the Koch system or not. And it's amazing because it's incredible. She's just really right on top of her rise, and riding on that. And she hasn't really got to her pinnacle yet, because Saturn, I think, is between the 8th and the 9th, you know, in Capricorn. I mean, it won't be until it's sometime in Aquarius or Pisces, I think, or midheaven. I think our midheaven's technically Aquarius. But, it's incredible. Anyway, you guys, as I sip on my tea, I just had to share that because that was utmost in my mind. And so you think about the moon, and I will also say that a lot of private time, I was completely to myself. My only attempt at human contact, we saw it with some woman named, I won't name her, but she came at me in one of the groups I moderate. And I thought, first of all, I do not have the time, energy, patience, stamina, or any of that for any further communication with you or anyone similar to you today. And I promptly took myself off of Facebook. I don't need that crap in my life. What the heck? That ain't a paid position. I do that out of the kindness of my heart. I don't need to take your abuse. Someone had asked about building a one-page website. I'm like, why don't you just go to GoDaddy, $5.99? What? What? Was that too simple? I mean, come on. I mean, other people were putting things like Wix, Squarespace. What was wrong with me putting GoDaddy? She's like, well, GoDaddy. I'm like, what the hell? All these other places are web designer or web builder places too. It made no sense. It was a really silly thing. So I had to remove myself from the silliness and from the peasantry. I was not dealing with that today. I'm sorry. I just didn't have it in me to deal with that. It's a full moon in Sagittarius. She probably was a Sagittarius. You know, what did I say even when I gave the readings for the full moon? Some people will just want to say something. They just want to get in your face and talk. They want to, you know, not everybody handles a full moon in Sagittarius well. Because everyone wants to own their own brand of the truth. And I think with Sagittarius, well, you know, and don't forget in Eastern astrology, I am a Sagittarius. And, you know, like in Hindu astrology. So it was best for me to just go and relax and pull myself away. In Western astrology, it's my 12th house. And I did exactly what that represents. When the moon is full in your 12th house, I fell asleep. I did. I fell asleep, and it was wonderful. I slept, got up, got a shower. You know, I haven't eaten yet, but just chilling. I've been listening to Sadhguru. I love listening to like Eckhart Tolle and Sadhguru. I don't know why. I always say I think my husband wanted to be an Eckhart Tolle-like, but it just came out as cruel when he did it, because he's got Saturn in the 10th house. Naturally born cruelty. He doesn't understand, I think, the power we have as people with our actions and our minds and our thoughts. But that is one of the things I've been really looking at, is like, we have a certain amount of power. Like, we can accept a certain existence in this lifetime or not, right? We like, I could have just sat around and went toe to toe and stayed in that group and argued with that woman and fought for my, but why? There's no purpose in it. It's not necessary. And I think a lot of times people do things where they bring unnecessary pain on themselves and to others, and it's not necessary. Sometimes it's just best to go and relax. It was nice. It's nice to just relax and chill, and I feel better, you know. And I might even go back early and get some more rest before tomorrow, because I've got a lot coming up this week, and I have a lot of packages and stuff that might arrive, and I want to be ready for that. But yeah, it's just amazing. I've been really studying a great deal about how much power and control we actually have with our own minds. Like, we are so in control of how we're affected by everything. Everything and everyone in every situation. I mean, we don't have to react blindly to gaslighting. You know, we don't have to. We could just go off and do whatever we want to do, because everyone's going to do what they want to do. That's one of the things that I've been picking up, that, you know, we're each on this journey of life trying to feel happy, trying to do what makes us feel good or makes us feel best or whatever, and everyone is on this journey of doing whatever it is that they want to do that makes them feel happy. It's in that knowledge that I'm able to accept everything, including my impending divorce. Because perhaps he just wanted to go on another path that made him more happy. And guess what, dude? He's got a right to do that. I just wish he just was foul in the way he went about getting his needs met. You know, he did everything underhanded and sneaky and cruel and mean, and that was not necessary. Because we all have our own paths to go. Maybe he just didn't know me. You know what I mean? I think that could be part of it too. I don't think he knew me, or that I would be at a place where I would say what I'm saying. Like, do whatever it is you wanted to do. It's always within your right to do that. You just shouldn't hurt other people in getting what you want, and getting what you want shouldn't involve hurting other people. There's something wrong in that if you're getting off on hurting other people. He once said to me, and I kid you not, I don't know why, but it always feels so good when I hurt you. He was really into hurting me. And I don't understand why some people are like that. My hope for him is that he found someone else that he can hurt and get the same jollies from that. Good luck with that. Now, as for my other little beau person, I don't know. I like him whenever I talk to him. I'm just going to keep going with the vibe I get whenever I talk to him. If every time I talk to him, it feels good, then I'll just keep talking to him. Right? If every time like, I swear, every time we talk for like 6 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. I spend more time in one call with that guy than I did probably during my entire marriage. I don't know. It's just we talk about the stupidest things. Stupid things. Just, I guess it's just the closeness of talking with someone that you feel some type of affinity with. So whatever that is, I don't know. And I talked with other people. I mean, I've had other people call me. Like, my friend Chuck, he called me and he was talking about a one-night stand. And I was like, what? And then he posted on my Facebook page this picture of a one-night stand. It was like one night stand. And it was a one-night stand. Like a nightstand. 4-bedroom set. One night stand. It's hilarious. Inside joke, I guess. Anyway. But, so... Not that I'm gonna... And that's just an inside joke. Not that there's anything like that. No, it was just funny. And I guess that might have been his attempt at risque humor, but it was hilarious. And I've got lots of friends that are like that. And I guess that's the point. I'm not trying... I really just want to be a happy person, really. I'm not trying to... I'm just trying to go with wherever what feels good. What's going down. And I'm accepting now. And I feel like one of the other things I've learned, and I don't know why I feel this need to come and share what I learned with everybody. Like, oh, guess what I learned? Like, as I'm having my little awakenings. Because, I've never claimed to be spiritually awakened. I don't know if I've said that before. I've always said to people, like, I don't know if I'm spiritually awakened. I just always felt like I was given this weird gift. That's the way I thought. Like, I had this ability to read these horoscopes. Like, I studied it. I learned it. I mastered it. I do horoscopes. I was born and raised as a Christian all my life. And then I've been a Mormon since I was 21. I'm not active right now, but I never thought of myself like as like this spiritual guru or anything like that. But all of a sudden, and I'm not saying I'm becoming a spiritual guru, God no. But what I'm saying is, all of a sudden I have this need. Oh my gosh, I just figured out what it is. Astrologically. I know some people, that's the other thing, this guy does, a lot of the spiritual leaders don't believe in astrology. They're always like, oh, you don't have to study the planet, And that's all fine and well. Everyone, to their own. Maybe it is my crutch that I believe in astrology. Maybe that's my crutch. Maybe that's the thing that I hold on to. And, but maybe it is my gift. And so I look at it differently than others. I feel it's my gift. I no matter what anyone says, they can't tell me why I can know something a year before it happened. Exactly. Just saying. But I can look into things in astrology and see stuff. So maybe it's a combination of me knowing the astrology and having an extra psychic gift that I can foresee things once I see the chart. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Since they say the planets themselves don't but I do believe the planets themselves do. Because the moon affects the earth, doesn't it? High tide, low tide, moon, movements around the earth as the earth rotates on its axis. Anyway, you guys, I hope you can hear me. I've got all the fans on. It's like almost 3 now, and it is really humid. It's still warm. It never, sometimes it gets chilly, and you don't have to sit around with, like, I've got on here no clothes, basically. But no, it's it's 3 in the morning. I don't have a chill pump on me, okay? It is warm. So I don't know what that is. I guess it's called summer, but yeah. Anyway, you guys, let me look at where the planets are, because I haven't even done that yet. I've just been sitting here rambling, talking, running my mouth, saying what I need to say. But I just thought today was a weird day. I am usually a very responsible woman. I am, you guys. I know you guys don't believe it, but it's true. But for 2 weeks in a row, I have missed my Monday night sessions for my Women United. 2 weeks. Now, I might have gotten rid of Monday. I know I had limited Monday. I'm going to be fine, you guys, and I'm going to tell you why. I just pulled up the planets, and everything is now going toward my sun. In fact, the moon is technically conjunct my sun, which is probably why I woke up, took a shower, put on my makeup, came out here, and started making this video for all of you. Because it's within 5 degrees right now, or about 4.5. No, about 6. Less than 6. So let's talk about where the planets are, because I love to do that. And I think it's important, especially since we're recovering from that strawberry full moon. So right now the sun is at 26 degrees of Gemini, because the sun moves much slower than the moon. And the moon is at 9 degrees of Capricorn. As I said, very close to my sun in Capricorn at this moment. And Mercury is at 21 degrees of Cancer. Venus is at 11 degrees of Gemini. Mars is at 21 degrees of Cancer. That means Mercury and Mars are conjunct at this very moment by less than 9 minutes. Oh my goodness. Is that another reason why I might have needed to get up and make this video in the middle of the freaking night? It could be. Where is Mercury and Mars falling in your charts? 21 degrees of Cancer, by the way. That's what I should have asked. Where is 21 degrees of Cancer falling in your chart? Because that's where Mercury and Mars are right now. On that 21 degree area. I sometimes do this, but I keep saying 21 degree. And I realize that this degree is begging to be examined. I do that every once in a while, and we're doing that right now. And I've never looked up 21 degrees of Cancer before. And I can tell because I usually mark up my books. So look at this. Let's take a look at 21 degrees of Cancer by degree. 21 degree Cancer. This degree has an unstable effect, which may take any one of several directions or just end up going nowhere. There is an effect of some kind on the eyes. Here again, it may be beneficial or destructive. There may be a rebellious nature which results in a spiritual awakening. I was just talking about that. Or it may dead end. More than rebellious, the native seems to float or drift either from one thing to another or within the confines of a more defined area. He may work independently, contracting one short-term job after another. There is a strong desire for freedom, and he may even be choosy about which jobs he will take and which he won't, even if he needs a job very badly. He may even be indecisive and judge one situation by a different set of standards than another. If he were able to incorporate his varied experience into one direction, he might obtain a very highly respected position. Wow. Wow. I just want to say, I'm looking at 22 degrees coming up. And it's interesting about 22 degrees because, wow, it's about prana, or the life force, coming up. So we need to really work on this right now, what we're dealing with at 21 degrees right now, so that we can prepare for that prana or life force that's coming up at 22 degrees of Cancer. I want to look at this Sabian Symbols in Astrology by Dr. Mark Edmund Jones, because I like his take on things too. Sometimes I do obsess over things, and I think this degree just called out to me. So, okay, so 21 degrees of Cancer as a Sabian symbol. A prima donna singing. A prima donna singing. This is a symbol of an inevitable culmination for individual opportunity, of an enduring contribution of skill and talent to which whatever may entertain the soul's recurrent and constant rediscovery of itself. Here the popularization of human values becomes a creative encouragement for the common man, enabling him to lose himself for the moment and live vicariously in what he cannot yet establish for himself. Perfection is sought as a certainty of self-continuance. The key word is excellence. When positive, the degree is an overflowing richness of self through its full command of its own deep and genuine potentials. And when negative, superficial self-affirmation and unseemly display. Wow, a full command of its own deep and genuine potentials. I like that. I like that. And since we're talking about Mercury and Mars, and we're talking about Cancer, I think it's using our thinking, feeling, nurturing, healing, aspects of ourselves in our communication, actively communicating good, positive, nurturing things. I really believe that's what that is. I mean, we're talking about Gemini. There's a lot of Gemini, right? And Gemini is communication, and Mercury is in Cancer. So that's soft and family-oriented communication. It's like I said, the only thing I really posted on Facebook today was about my daughter. Mothering, right? That mother, nurturing, caring. That's the vibe I'm getting from that, okay? So let's move on. Jupiter's at 18 degrees. Saturn's at 18 degrees. Jupiter's at 18 degrees of Sagittarius, by the way, and Saturn's at 18 degrees of Capricorn. And I talked about this the other night because Neptune is at 18 degrees of Pisces, while the North Node is now at 17 degrees of Cancer, and it sets up an amazing, like, sextiles, trines, oppositions, just an amazing time for a lot of people. And so you may feel a push and pull in a lot of areas in your life. I mean, with Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde, there's a lot of indecisiveness. I wouldn't make any firm decisions now, especially since the Sun is in Gemini and Venus, actually. And Mercury in Cancer isn't the strongest Mercury. I'm sorry, it's just not. So I would wait probably until after that eclipse that's coming up before I make any firm decisions. And I'll just end by saying Pluto's at 22 degrees and Chiron is at 5 degrees of Aries, and Pluto, of course, is in Capricorn. And so we're going through that, and they're both retrograding. They're going, at least Saturn and Pluto are. And Chiron's at 5 degrees Aries. I said that. So this is what we're dealing with today. It's now June 18th of 2019. This is going to be how it affects, I think, a lot of people. There should be lots of communication. And I think business communication, since, it's a Gemini Sun, Capricorn Moon, and anything you got to do with business communication and advertising or publications or, anything with publicity, I think, because I like Mercury in Cancer for that. It appeals to the emotions of the mass. Okay, you guys. Well, I just wanted to go ahead and do this real quick because I feel bad. I haven't made a lot of videos lately. I haven't done a lot of lives lately, and I wanted to come do something, and I really needed to get this off tonight. And so here you go. June 18th, 2019. Much love, much light to you all. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and share all my videos and my podcasts and wherever you're hearing me right now. And then go ahead and like me on Facebook, because we do have Astrology, a look inside on Facebook.com. And you can also find our group at Facebook.com/groups/Astrology, a look inside. And you can now find me on Patreon at patreon.com/Capricorntigress. And I do need to update that page. I will say that. Anyway, much love and light to all. Happy June 18th to you. Bye now.